Hi, and welcome to this week's edition of the Las Vegas Advisor Weekly Update with Anthony and Andrew. Today is Friday, December 1st, first Friday here in Las Vegas in the year 2023.
Nicely done.
Yes, for once at the end of the year.
Yes, that's good. It's very good. A couple more in 2023 and, steamboating toward 24.
Yeah. Now, the big news, a lot this year has been leading up to Formula One, and people forgot that December's a huge month for Vegas.
Yeah, this is one of the biggest months for happenings because of the openings.
Yeah.
Typically, every, 6, 7 months, a year and a half, we have a big opening. Rarely do we have two places opening up in the same month. Mm-hmm. And we're going to have it this month. We've got Durango Casino, they're calling. Notice, again, they don't call it Durango Station. Mm-hmm. They don't want it to be like Palace Station. They don't want it to be like, they want it to be something different, like Red Rock or Green Valley Ranch.
Yep.
Notice it's not Red Rock Station. Mm-hmm. It's not Green Valley Ranch Station.
Right.
Right. So they want this to be, they're calling it Durango Casino Hotel.
Perfect.
That's what they're calling it. So it's Durango and the Fifth from Station Casinos or Red Rock Group, and Fountain Blue at long last on December 13th.
Okay.
So, it's going to be a busy December. We're gonna be there, mm-hmm. right? We're gonna go in right away as soon as we are. I don't know if we're gonna be invited or if we get in when we get in.
Well, if somebody's listening, we'd like to be invited, but I'm really excited about the Fountain Blue because it's been years. We all know that.
The Fountain Blue was first announced in like 2007.
So
it's gone through sales, it's gone through name changes, it's gone through broken windows rotting out in that, the hulking tower there. Yeah. And all of a sudden, the guy who started it came back, got control again, and it's going to happen. It's going to open up on the 13th. So, yeah, we're going to have a busy couple of weeks in December. It's going to be fun.
Yeah, I was at the comedy show last night, and people were making fun of the Fountain Blue, saying there's still windows missing.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it looks like they got a ways to go still.
Yeah.
But, we've talked about this. Durango delayed.
Yeah.
Durango was supposed to open up, last month in November.
Right, and they're opening up December 5th.
Right, so they pushed it, a little more than 2 weeks. Mm-hmm. Well, they got ready to do it, so nothing says that Fountain Blue can't do the same. We shall see, right?
Well, Fountain Blue, I remember December 13th as their opening date because you said it. 13's supposed to be bad luck, dude.
They've had nothing but bad luck through the whole thing, man, and now they're opening on the 13th. So, I don't know. I guess they're not superstitious. They don't need to be. Durango will also open with fireworks. I don't know about Fountain Blue, mm-hmm. but on December 5th, when is that? Monday? Monday, right?
I'm not sure.
I think it's Monday. Okay. But look up in the sky to the west, the southwest, and you'll see get a fireworks show.
West side.
West side.
All right, Anthony. Let's talk about Formula One because it's still here.
It is still here. Like it won't go away.
Yeah.
So there's not much to say. We've talked about it ad nauseum, mm-hmm. All the things we didn't like and all the things we kind of did like, but it's not going away. It's still traffic snarls on the south end of the strip.
Yeah.
So, and around Harmon, it's tough around other reasons about Tropicana, but you still got to be careful. And it's still spilling over to going east or west at different times, both on Flamingo and on Desert Inn. Mm-hmm. Desert Inn's got some of the worst traffic I've seen ever.
Yeah, it seems like they're doing work on Desert Inn also.
They're doing some work on too, but people are also, they continue to spill over that direction, so they stay away. The grandstands are still up, mm-hmm. On Harmon at least. The good news is, I guess the trees are back. Everybody's at the Bellagio. Everyone's all excited because the trees are back. Yay.
There we go.
I guess.
The trees, baby. All right.
And, we talked about it before. They're saying they're going to make that Flamingo Bridge permanent, and that would be cool, too. That's a good thing. I like that thing.
Yeah, I like it, too, although someone in the comments was saying it's still a little difficult to get to Ellis Island right now.
Well, yeah, it is. Again, this is all the F1 stuff. Mm-hmm. They're still taking things down. So, anyway, just be aware. That's all.
Well, it is December, and every year LVA does the room rate survey. So how did it go, Anthony?
Yeah, we've done the survey for decades. Mm-hmm. Always checking out at the end of November, we check out the discounted rates for December. Mm-hmm. And since the pandemic, it has been brutal. There used to be times we had 40, 50, even up to 60 places that would have base rates that were under $40. Mm-hmm. The last 2 years, 21 both years. And, not too good. This year, still not unbelievable, but ticked up pretty good, almost 25%. So we had 26 this year.
Okay.
26 with rates of $40 or less. Got, all of this information we've got in our blog on at LasVegasAdvisor.com.
That's right.
But we'll give you the high points right now. Let's see, the least expensive, we had one under $20, and that was the Rio.
Okay.
$15.60. But here's the thing on this, Andrew. The room rate, the base rate is $15.60. Mm-hmm. The resort fee is $44.22.
Yikes!
Almost 3 times.
Yeah.
Right. So that $15.60 at the Rio turns out to $15.82 before taxes.
Okay.
That's not bad.
Yeah. No.
I mean, everyone hates it, and they bitch about the resort fee, and it is aggravating and exasperating, but. $59, $60 for a room, mm-hmm. all in.
Especially compared to like the Bellagio or the Wynn or the Cosmo or
Yeah. So I mean, everyone's going to say, well, that's all these numbers you're giving us, baloney because there's these resort fees. Well, yeah, but even when you add on the resort fees, it still turns out pretty good. Mm-hmm. And then you mentioned Bellagio and all the high end. Some of these prices really go down on the high end. Mm-hmm. All right, so we've got, I've got some of that. I took the high points here.
What we got?
We got New York. These are base rates, $42.
Okay.
Mandalay Bay, $47. MGM, $47.
Okay.
Mirage, $48. Palms, $62. Resorts World, $79. Caesar's Palace, $80.
Wow.
Now again, you're sticking $40 resort fees on the top of this.
Sure, absolutely.
But still, these are pretty good prices. Some of these have dropped a lot since last year. So we're talking about the overall direction of room rates, mm-hmm. essentially starting to finally go down in Las Vegas. So here's what we found on that. Some of the biggest drops year over year. Encore dropped $23 from last year. Mm-hmm. It's still about $172, but it dropped $23. Green Valley Ranch and Red Rock, we just mentioned them. They dropped $45 in base rate.
Wow,
from last year. They're $104 a piece per day. And M Resort dropped $56 from last year, and their price base rate is $73.
All right, so go visit your parents in Anthem.
Yeah, really. What else we got here?
Why do you think it is? Why do you think they're less expensive this year?
I think because I think a couple things. I mean, most is I think that it's wearing off. I mean, the attack on Vegas and casinos is wearing off a little bit after all these years, and I think there's just essentially more competition with people saying, we've got to fill our rooms.
Right.
They see more inventory coming on. Mm-hmm. Fontainebleau's going to open up, and it's not going to be Durango's not going to bring a whole bunch of rooms, but Fontainebleau's going to bring another 3,000 rooms.
Sure.
So I think proactively they're starting to look at it, saying, look, we better start. Wooing our customers and getting them back in here.
Okay, we like this, though. As the customer, we like this. And also to add, if you're going to go to another big metropolitan city like L.A. or New York or Chicago, you're paying way more for hotels.
And that's these are relative bargains, and people have to keep this in mind. Now, when you talk about the real bargains, here's what came in the lowest. Binion's was $39.
Wow.
That was after resort fee.
That's great.
Why? Because Binion's and Four Queens don't charge resort fees.
That's right. They're both downtown, both no resort fee.
So their base rate is their base rate. Binion was $39, Four Queens was $49. Mm-hmm. Now, if you use our member rewards book discount at Binion's for 15% off, that comes out to an all-time best of all of them, $33.15 a night.
So we're saying get the member rewards book and go stay at Binion's.
Well, there's big savings. I mean, same thing with Downtown Grand. Downtown Grand's base rate is a very low, $41. Uh-huh. And with the member rewards book, they waive the resort fee.
Right.
So their price is $41. I mean, the best deals in town are Binion's for $33 and Downtown Grand for $41.
And downtown's popping. I mean, it's the place to be right now.
Yeah, and people say, when do you get these? When do you get these? Well, we got these throughout December.
Yeah. And
the best time is what we call the Golden Week, and that's the time between the end of the National Finals Rodeo and Christmas Eve. So this year it'll be the 17th through the 24th.
Okay.
And that's when you want to look. Okay, one more thing on room rates, because I don't know, I think it's fascinating. We also called around for New Year's Eve. Mm-hmm. And we looked for vacancies. Now, typically, almost every year we call around, we find about 70 vacancies with a month to go. We found 91 vacancies.
Well, okay, so a little bit more.
Again, I think it's less demand.
Okay.
I think it's less demand. So we found 91 vacancies this year. Best deal of all for one night on New Year's Eve, Arizona Charlie's Boulder.
Hey, Arizona Charlie's. All right, cool.
$200.
Okay.
Do you really want to be down on Boulder Highway? I mean, Arizona Charlie's is okay. Those rooms are pretty old. I mean, I like Arizona Charlie's. It's not necessarily a place I'd recommend people would want to go to stay.
Right.
So here's the best deal of all. South Point, $215.
Okay.
And then we found vacancies 2 days ago when we made the calls. $215 one night at South Point, New Year's Eve.
Okay.
All right. Another good one, Plaza downtown. 2 nights, 2-night minimum, $303.
And that's a fun place to stay.
Yeah, $150 a night. You're right in the middle of it.
Yep.
You'll be there for New Year's Eve. They're charging $50 for their party down there, but if you're staying down there, you're in.
Mm-hmm. Video poker on the carousel outdoors.
Yeah, if you can fit.
If you can fit.
Those things. And the most expensive? Take a guess. Who would you think?
Ooh, the Wynn.
That's a great guess, but it's not. I was a little surprised. Caesars.
Okay, makes sense.
For one night, $1,011 on New Year's Eve.
Ooh, that's a lot.
So, again, these prices are all put up. We got them all up there, all 91 of them where we found them. This is, this is our website stuff. And we, just so everyone knows, there are some free things on our website, but most of the things we're talking about, we charge. And it's $3 a month. You can go in and look at it for $3, or you can get the year's membership for $50, and then you got it all year long. That includes the website. So, that's what we do. That's how we make money. And we share a lot of it on these YouTube discussions. But if you want all the information, it's $3 a month.
Yeah. Or, as I say, because I'm a value seeker, I say just get the membership because that's the optimal value for the deal.
Yeah, it's definitely the way to go. I mean, then you get the newsletter, you get everything for $50.
It's a no-brainer.
Yeah.
All right, and here's your reminder that next Thursday, this coming Thursday, Gene Scott will be playing video poker at the Downtown Grand in the video poker tournament.
Yeah, that'll be December 7th.
That's right.
1 week from yesterday. It's going to be a meet and greet. Jean's coming in from Georgia, where she lives now, and she's going to be hosted there by the Downtown Grand. They said come and have your meet and greet here, which is cool. And she's going to be hanging out and talking and answering questions and signing books. If you got a Gene Scott book, we're not going to bring. I don't think we're going to bring books to sell. I don't want to go through all that business. But if you've got a Gene Scott book or something you want to bring by, she'll sign it.
Okay.
And then she's not going to play in the blackjack tournament. I thought she would, but she's chickened out.
Okay, that's okay.
She don't want to deal with blackjack. She's going to play video poker.
Okay.
And so she'll be in that tournament. And people come on down and meet Gene, right?
Well, it starts at 2. So
right, probably two. I haven't talked to Andrew Economan down there yet.
Okay.
So we don't have all the details ironed out, but we will be, putting it up and explaining to people on our website when it's going to be. But it should be around 2:00. I can't imagine it's going to be much different from that.
Right, and the reason I'm saying is because I know that video poker tournament starts at 5 p.m. Blackjack tournament starts at 3 p.m.
And what would you know about the video poker tournament Downtown Grand?
Well, holy crap, Anthony! I know that you have been a great sensei because. I have won my 3rd.
Yesterday.
I can't believe it.
Yesterday.
But I know why I won.
Because I didn't show up?
No, that's not what I was going to say. I was going to say I know I won because there were LVA fans watching, and they were rooting for. I'd never had anybody who was rooting for me. And yesterday, there were people, they were rooting. And so I blame them. Thank you.
Well, you're playing faster. You're
Yeah.
playing a lot faster. I mean, I won't. I made a joke because I wasn't there. Hell, I hardly ever play it because I don't feel I play fast enough. Although I might when Gene's there. You're playing much faster, but you are getting lucky in those finals.
Oh God, so lucky.
So that's great. Congratulations, man.
Well, thank you.
Boom.
Thank you very much, Sensei Curtis.
So that's 3 video pokers for you and 3 blackjacks for me.
That's right. So we got to keep going. We got to keep playing.
I can't let you pass me.
No. Well, now I got to win a blackjack because I can't seem to even make the final table.
And I got to get a
and
video
you got
poker.
to get a video poker.
One more note. I'm sorry. Go
Yeah.
ahead.
No.
One more note on that. The following week, the 14th, the next Thursday, Bobby Vegas is going to be there.
Nice.
And Bobby Vegas is a blogger at LasVegasAdvisor.com. His next blog is going to be about a downtown coupon run.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And Bobby's been doing some pretty good stuff. He's only been blogging for us for about, maybe a couple of months. But he's going to be there. And if you read Bobby Vegas, come see him on the 14th. So Gene Scott on the 7th, Bobby on the 14th.
Yeah, and if you don't know what a coupon run is, or if you've never done one, it's a lot of fun. You can get a little map for yourself, map out where you want to go, and go use your coupons and
Make
create
money.
Yeah, create a lot of value for yourself.
Yeah, that's the whole idea about the coupon run is that, you have fun, you go around, and at the end of it, you got more than you started with.
That's right.
So
now, one other thing I wanted to note was that last night after I went to the Downtown Grand, I went right next to the El Cortez to the new Delirious Comedy Club. So they have these comedy shows that are going to be going on 7 o'clock and 9 o'clock. And got a picture of it right here.
Cool.
The room's inside of a building called Zai, Z-A-I, and it is right across the street from the Container Park.
Okay, so it's in that East Fremont, they call it. They call that area East Fremont. Zai. I'm not sure I know that.
Well, it's a super slick inside with a full bar. And last night, Don Barnhart headlined and just absolutely crushed it. It was a lot of fun, and it was a great show.
We'll go check it out.
Yeah, definitely. And in this week's Survivor update, Anthony, the big question, are you still in it?
My guy is still in.
Okay.
And I feel very fortunate because, man, it was a bloody weekend. I mean, it was a bloody weekend. We said, going into the Thanksgiving weekend that it was going to be, a lot of people were going to get hurt.
Right, because you had to make 2 bets is what you said.
You have to do it twice. And you only pick from between, 6 teams. There's only 3 games on Thanksgiving. So last week when we talked about this, there were 371 players left.
Right.
Now there are 80.
Wow.
And it was a bloody Thanksgiving. Everyone was on either the Cowboys or the Lions. More were on the Lions than the Cowboys, and the Lions lost.
Okay, yeah.
So 216 went down.
Wow.
And then the following week, the Patriots and the Vikings did them dirty and knocked out another, 60, 70 or so.
You know, I have to say, as a side note, when I was at the Downtown Grand yesterday, some LVA customers came up and they said, it's really interesting how Anthony, talked about this, about how you get somebody else or you get somebody else. They said, we never thought to do that.
Yeah, well, go see, if you want to know what we're talking about, go look at last week's episode where we talk about, how we buy pieces of one another.
Yeah.
We trade pieces.
Yeah.
We call them savers.
I got a piece of you, you get a piece of me, we'll give a piece to Steve.
And so when the whole thing got done, I didn't even know I had this. I went through my notes and I went, holy mackerel, I got 0.4% of somebody.
That's hilarious.
Not 4%, not 40%, 0.4 of 1%.
So you're still in it.
That's a lot out of 9 million. By the way, one last thing on that. The equity value now of the 80 people, each one of their $1,000 entry fees is equity-wise worth $115,000.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Pretty cool.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, there you have it. And in this week's question of the week, I usually visit for 3 days at a time. I have a $1,000 video poker bankroll, and I usually play 9-6 bonus poker deluxe. I could also play 8-5 bonus poker. Which is the best for my situation?
Okay, this question came from a customer here at Huntington Press. Somebody came in to buy a book, and I started talking to him, in the lobby. And he basically wanted to, know just what he said. How should I play my $1,000? Now, first thing, this guy knows what he's doing. He's playing good games. All right, so the 9-6 bonus poker deluxe returns 99.64%. That's a good game, right? Almost at 100%. The bonus poker, the regular 8-5 bonus poker is 99.17, so it's less, 99.64 to 99.17. But the rub here is in bonus poker deluxe, all quads pay 400 coins, but 2 pair pay 1.
Okay.
All right, so what that does is it increases, again, the variance. And, you zigzag all around. So you lose money until you hit one of those good quads. So if you have a smaller bankroll, if you have a low bankroll, that's a scary game for you. All right, but he's got enough. He's playing quarters, and he's got $1,000 behind him. So the rule of thumb is you go to the highest EV, the one that returns the highest, and that's bonus poker deluxe at 99.64. So even though playing bonus poker regular, his money will be safer over a period of time, he doesn't need to worry about that. He should just go for the highest return.
Oh, okay. So you heard it here. You go for the highest return.
Yeah, I mean, and I used to do that. There was one bar in town. They no longer have it, and they had 99.64, right? They had that game, and I would play it every time I went there because I knew I was coming back and that I didn't have to worry about running out of money. Running out of money wasn't a concern. So I played the highest EV, and that's the thing. The only time you wouldn't play the highest EV is if your bankroll is low, and you've got to reduce the risk a little bit.
Okay. And this week's Jackpot of the Week comes to us from our buddy David S. I've been an LVA member since 2006. My friends and I met you and Anthony at the Downtown Grand, and then we went to the Bar Canada at the D. after a quick Hogs and Heifers visit to have some cocktails and play some video poker. I wasn't doing well. I borrowed $100 from my buddy, and I told him, if I lose this, I am going to have to do the walk of shame to the ATM. A few hands into my borrowed hundy, I was dealt aces with a kicker on quarter, triple play, triple double bonus for $3,000. Several high fives and pictures with the gorgeous bartenders followed. P.S. I know I'm not playing a full pay machine, and 25 yards away at the View Bar, I can play an 8-5 bonus poker with progressives. But sometimes it's worth the percentage to play at Bar Canada. Big beer selection and the all-female bartending crew are awesome. Shout-outs to Danny, Joe, Jody, Laura, Marisol, Shoddy, and Sissy.
Nice.
In alphabetical order, maybe?
I don't know. I don't know what that order would be. There's a lot going on there.
Yeah, a lot.
Promo for the D, promo for Bar Canada, good bar. You know, shout outs to the bartenders. We love that.
Yep, definitely.
The Walk of Shame.
Yeah.
I mean, on and on and on, right?
You've talked about the Walk of Shame before.
Well, there's a lot of meanings of the Walk of Shame.
That's right.
In gambling, the Walk of Shame is pretty much when you're in a bar and you see somebody get up and slink over to the ATM.
That's the one.
You pretty much know what's going on, right?
Yeah.
So anyway, okay, let's look at the game. That was a mouthful too. He's playing triple play, triple double bonus.
That's right.
For quarters.
I got a little tongue tied on that one.
Not a great game that he was playing right there. 95.97%.
Yikes, that's really low.
Yeah, this game's under 96%. Not very good. But he wanted to hang out with the girls. You think the casinos maybe do that on purpose? You know?
You think?
Well, think about it. You said View Bar, and View Bar is a great place to play. You know, there they've got the 8-5 bonus poker with a progressive. It often goes positive, but there's all guys. You know, I mean, the last time I was there was all guys at the View Bar.
So less exciting when it's all guys playing video poker.
Yeah, so he's got the pretty girls there. Now, what it works out to is that let's say he's playing at a modest 500 hands an hour. All right, which is medium speed. He's paying about $15. His expected loss is about $15 an hour at that rate on the triple play.
Okay.
Quarters. So he's paying $15 an hour to hang out with the girls.
Okay.
Not bad.
There's a cost for everything.
Cost for everything. You come to Vegas to have fun.
Yeah.
Right? So it's like, hey, look, it's utility. It's like, what turns you on? What do you want to do? I mean, where do you have fun? But Bar Canada is cool. I mean, the whole idea, the D means Detroit, essentially. You know, it could mean Derek Stevens, it could mean downtown, but it's Detroit. You know, is what he's talking about, because Derek is from the Detroit area,
right?
And hockey's huge in Detroit, and the Red Wings, and Bar Canada. It's kind of like, a nod to hockey in Detroit. It's a great bar. It's fun to be. They serve, I believe, last time I was there, they had Molson on draft and Canadian beers. Good place to hang out. So we skipped over the important part. You got a $3,000 payday on a quarter game,
which is incredible.
Yeah, and had fun with the girls.
That's right. You get to see the babes, win the jackpot, and what a fun day.
95.97%. Not sure about that.
That's it for this week. Thank you for liking, sharing, and subscribing. Anything else to add, Anthony?
Just Christmas coming, and check out our holiday catalog.
Yeah.
Easy way to eat. I'm telling you, man, it's an advantage play. If you got to buy gifts for somebody and they dig Vegas, you can find some things to lighten your load.
Well, I'm going to Las Vegas, where the stick man, he recognized me. He said, hey man, do you need another shot at freedom and harmony with your jackpot in Vegas?
Hi, and welcome to this week's edition of the Las Vegas Fuck. That's great. Is that good?
Yeah.
Okay.
West side? How do you do that?
West Side.
West side?
There's the outtake.
Oh,
we
fuck yeah.
We got the outtake.
I didn't even thinking about that.
It's always good when it's organic.
West side? West side?